Hello, everybody. So, it's been a while since I've actually posted anything, so today I thought I'd do a little tier list. Yep. And this is of pretty much the overwhelming majority of One Piece characters. So, yeah. This might be pretty long, so I'm not gonna really go into why some people are really on this list, but here are pretty much my categories on why some people are where they are on this list, because there are just so many people to get through. I'm gonna try to just give like a little one sentence or like a phrase or something, if that. So, but like here are my tiers. There's die, there's worse, there's bad, there's okay, there's good, there's great, there's amazing, and then there is top 10. So basically, the only ones that'll actually be ranked in order is the top 10. Like, I'll put my number 1 here, and then my number 10 spot at the end. And luckily, I kind of already went through this list once, so it's not going to be so spontaneous. So it'll kind of help us get up here quicker, though. Then there's also amazing, and then from there down, they're not going to be in order. Alright, basically, the only order is the ones that are amazing are going to go here, ones that are great are going to go here, so on and so forth. But, like, just because one person's right here and the other person's, like, down here, that does not mean that person's more amazing than that person. They just got put there first. So, yeah, this is the only one that's going to be in order. And I know there are going to be at least a couple that aren't in there or even in there that might be kind of controversial, but oh well, my list. First, we've got Absalon, and I'm just going to go in order here. I'm not going to like move people out of the way. Absalon is okay. You know, I like the Thriller Bark arc, however, it doesn't have the best villains, you know. I honestly, during it, Absalom was probably the only one I liked. I didn't like Perona during that arc. There were some things she was a part of that I liked, but I didn't like her as a character. I definitely did not like that Hogbath guy, or whatever his name was, Hogbath, something like that. But I didn't mind Absalon. Ace, uh, this is going to be controversial, but he actually, only because of his personality. I like his personality. Otherwise, he'd just be right here. He's definitely important to the story, but like, I don't know. I might make a video as to why I don't love him as much as most people do. I do love Ace. Don't get me wrong. I love Ace, just not as much as most people do. Aladdin, I hardly know him. Literally, like the first time I did this list, I had to go through and look up his name. Who? He was good. You know, he's got a very interesting devil fruit. Interesting design. Alvida is okay. I'm not a very judgmental person, so some people that would probably be like, here, 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 might be here for me. So, yeah. Or along. Yeah, that goes without saying. And just to kind of get this out of the way, no villain will be in the top 10. I just don't, for some reason, love villains as much as regular characters. Even if I do love the villain, I just don't love them as much as like regular characters that are actually, you know, good people. So yeah, there won't be any villains in the top 10, but there will be a few in here. Oh, there's one that's not going to be in here that I know I'm going to get hate for. Well, at least I would if anybody watched my channel. BB5 is... This might be surprising, but like, I was not a fan of Don Quixote's family, except for Pika and her. And I didn't mind Diamante. Everybody else, except maybe that Dylan Derringer, whatever his name was, I didn't like. But I like Baby 5, you know, her... I felt really sorry for her. The fact that she felt I need to be complicit to everything. So yeah, she was a character I actually kind of felt for. And she's the one where it's like her quirkiness, her kind of... Her mental state is... I'm rambling on too much, but anyway, I like her a lot more than most people do. Buggy. Yeah, there's just no other way to put it. Without a doubt. And we have our first. Now again, when like up first they're not gonna be in order, but like once I'm done with the list, I'll put these guys in order. So yeah. Teach. I'm gonna keep him at great, though chances are when we later see him in the story, he's most likely gonna be put up here. Like, there's no doubt in my mind, but like, I don't know, there's just some things I don't like about him. Granted, that are still somewhat interesting, like the fact that you can just go from a coward to brave or vice versa, like that. Kind of reminds me of Usopp, which, granted, some people do believe that like Usopp may have a relation to Marshall D. Teach. While I don't necessarily believe that Teach is Usopp's father, I wouldn't be too surprised if there was some connection. If you really think about it, you could probably see it. So Kuma, yeah, one of my favorite warlords. He is awesome. He's so mysterious. You know, Ptolemaio. I'm gonna put him right here, though. Really, like these three, he could go either way depending on the scene. But like, actually, I'm gonna bump it right here because sometimes he's right here, sometimes right here, sometimes he can be so annoying. He'll be like right here, but like, you know. So overall, actually, yeah, just to kind of balance it out. The times where I like him outweigh the times where I don't. So I'll keep him right there. Yang beige. No, great. If it wasn't for Whole Cake Island, he'd be right here. But like, you really get to see more of his character, and like, at the very end when he posted that sign where it's like Straw Hats ran that way. I found that to be really funny, so that amused me. That's not the only reason why he's up there, but I don't want to ramble. Bellamy. One of my favorite parts of Dressrosa, like his redemption and the fact that he actually became friends with Luffy. Great. She's okay, we barely know her. I'm gonna keep him at good, but only because we know so little about him. And the fact that he was able to hold Kizaru at that point, but like some people think Kizaru was just trolling. And I kind of agree, but like I don't know. I don't think Kizaru would necessarily want to fight him if he had another option. Beppo. It'll be a little bit annoying at times, but like overall, I love animals, so yeah. Big Mom. She's good. She's my least favorite of the emperors. Yeah, she's good. Jewelry Bonnie. But are great, She's very mysterious. Once we find out a little bit more about her, I don't doubt that she might be here. Or, hey, Oda's full of surprises. She might actually move to up here. I don't know. That's just some guy who tells people about bounties, so, yeah. He's good. And Brooke's probably my least favorite of the Straw Hats. As characters, it's a little hard to explain, but like, as a character, he's probably my least favorite of the Straw Hats. I like Brooke. He's good. And he's my least favorite of the Straw Hats. Yeah, I don't like her. I don't like Caesar either. I think he'd be funny, but like, I don't really like him. Kimmy's great. She's very funny. She's very sweet. She's quirky. And she's really stupid. It can be funny. I don't like Caribou. I don't like her either. That might be controversial, but I don't like her. Just so we're clear, when I was doing that, I was just trying to point to her, but it just so happened to have Carrot. I don't think Carrot's amazing. I think she's great, But I'm going to bump her down a good, because sometimes she can be a little annoying. Her cutesy sweetness can be a little much at times, but like, I don't know. She's adorable. Cavendish. Probably only because of his split personality, and he was one of the few people to actually stick up for Rebecca. He was doing it for attention, but like at the same time, he said, "I was doing it for attention, but but I was annoyed by it." Where he was like, "You people hate her so much, come down here and kill her yourself instead of begging other people to do it for you." So yeah, I respected that. This Burgundish. I can't remember his surname. At least I think that's the surname. I don't know. But he's good. He's good. I'm gonna bump him up because it was fight with Sabo. I like seeing giant guys with muscles getting their asses kicked. You know what? Let's change that to, I don't know. Maybe that to that. That's the same color. Let's try that. Whatever. I'm not leaving. I'm not changing it anymore. There we go. Hate that guy. I might put him at okay, but I don't know. I don't really like the whole he tries to hurt Luffy just because of what his grandfather did to him. Like, yeah, no, I don't like it when people get punished for stuff they had nothing to do with. So yeah, Chopper. This might be a surprise to some, and some might agree. But yeah, he is by far the most adorable of the Straw Hats. Just until Carrot joins. Nah, he's cuter. He's cuter than the Carrot. But yeah. Overall, while he is probably the best example of a king in One Piece, he's just an okay character. Also okay. I don't really like how he's that much of a glass cannon. I was not a fan of Dog Creek. I liked his weapons, and I like that he gave Luffy his first actual challenge, but like, nah, not a big fan. Cricket, he's good. He's good. I don't have any problem with him. Yeah, my personal favorite villain. My personal favorite, Crocus. 50 years he's been keeping his promise. Any guy who does that deserves to stay there. With one exception. Kuro. A lot of people hate this guy, but like, personally, I think he's fine. Actually, I guess he gave Luffy his first actual challenge. So yeah. Yeah, so he is better than Don Krieg, but not by much. Oh, there is a good character. You know, he's a great guy. I think he'll do well as the king. I think he will do well as the king. I do not like her. She's like a, I don't know, she has like an Usopp nose on an already really ugly, disgusting face, so he's okay. I don't really like him, but he's okay. Doflamingo. Remember when I said there would be a villain in this placement that would be controversial? Where is he going to go? Maybe if I read the manga instead of watching the anime, he'd probably be higher. Because the first few times we saw him, I thought he was really cool and mysterious, so that definitely would probably put him up here. But then Dressrosa happened, and then the fact that he wasn't even a challenge for Luffy after Luffy went into Gear 4. Granted, he was the first villain where Luffy had to go into Gear 4 to beat, but like, the second he goes into Gear 4, he just doesn't stand a chance. It's like, I didn't like that. So yeah, he's going down there. Again, maybe if Dressrosa was better paced, and he would have at least put up a fight against Luffy in Gear 4. Other than that, no. All he could do was survive. Like, he should just run away. But like, and I'm not talking about him. I'm putting him here because like, did I put the other guy here? Where'd the other guy go? Oh, maybe I haven't gotten the Groggy yet. Either way, they're both okay. I like them. Oh wait, I put them in good. Okay, so yeah, I'll bump them up here too. I like these guys equally. Dragon. Luffy's dad. Once we see more of him, I guarantee he's gonna go up there. Maybe even up there. Drake. He's one of my favorite of the supernovas. So yeah, I think Drake can go there. That other thing sorry, I accidentally pressed on something that made this thing do that, but the paper, that's just paper for a class. Don't worry about it. And yeah. So yeah, Drake will go right there. He was so forgettable. He had that really cool attack, but that's so forgettable. Enaru is... I mean, people will probably kill me for putting him over Doflamingo, but I don't know. Again, if Skypiea in the anime was paced better, I'm sure he'd be right, at least right here. And if he would have put up more of a fight in Year 4. Oh, then again, I'm going to put him right here. Put right here. Him on the higher end of the spectrum. Him on the lower end of the spectrum. Nah, towards the middle. Him above. The thing is, Enru just amuses me more. His is just kind of like they're both very arrogant and not as tough as they think they are. Except he does have a better idea of where he actually is. But he is still pretty arrogant and does act a little tougher than he actually is, even though he is pretty tough. Enru just thinks he's an almighty, omnipotent god. And he's not. Just a guy with rubber fists beat him down. Didn't have any gears or hockey or anything. So yeah, he may have more destructive capability than Doflamingo does. But Doflamingo's a lot less of a glass cannon. Luffy actually had to hit him a few times to take him down. He only had to hit... How many times did he hit Enaru? Besides that whole gum fireworks thing, he only hit him like maybe... 5 times? I haven't seen Skypiea in a while. So maybe it's more times in the manga. I don't know. I didn't start reading the manga till Wano. So yeah. Anyway, I spent too much time on that. Don't like him. One of the best flashback characters, Frankie, he's good. I like him more than Brook. But Brook's like the one straw hat I like more than him. Fujitora. And if you're wondering what that background noise is, I'm on a leather rocking chair. Reclining rocking chair. Fujitora is great. He's my favorite of the admirals. So I'm not going to go into it because I wasted all that time with that. With the Don Quixote stuff. Don't like him. He's okay. Doesn't deserve any less. Alright, Fujitora was supposed to go there too. Does not deserve any less. No, that guy was great, you know? He actually stood up to Don Krieg. I don't think he deserves to be in the amazing category yet, but hopefully we see more of him. Though he might be dead. Forgettable. Hancock. Yeah, she's gonna be lower than some of you people might think, and some people might be saying, well, why is she in the top 10 when she was only your top 3 favorite females? Probably because she was in my top 3 favorite females. So, yeah. Hawkins. Wanna bump them up. I don't like Amapo. I really don't like that guy. No, I'm going to put him right here. His sacrifice was absolutely amazing. Hina, at least I think that's Hina. I don't know. When it's just black and white, it's kind of hard to... See, she's good. She's good. I like her. Woody Jones is okay. I like him more than most people do, but I don't like him that much. Hate him. He is my favorite of his subordinates. But I still don't like him that much. He's good. Okay, I'm gonna bump him up to bump these two up. Great. So yeah, none of the Vin smokes are gonna be any higher than this. Actually, that's not true. They're not gonna be any higher than this. Forgettable. Is okay. I go up even higher later. Ivankov. Gonna keep Ivankov at good. Overall, while I'm not a social justice warrior, I don't think that the LGBT community really gets like good, positive representation in the One Piece world. Like, I don't know. Like, I know gay people who are quirky, but like, I don't know any gay people like that. I know a guy who is a man, like biologically. He may identify as a woman. I don't know, but like, I didn't ask. But he dresses like a woman and tries to talk like a woman, you know. But overall, very nice, relatable, not too quirky, and nothing like Ivankov. So he can amuse me. Jinbei. While as a Straw Hat, he's my least favorite of the Straw Hats. But as a character himself, of the Straw Hats, he's my favorite. He's not my favorite, but one of my favorites, without a doubt. But as a Straw Hat, since he keeps blowing off the team, well, I'm not gonna spoil anything in Wano. He's my least favorite as a Straw Hat. But I'm judging him as a character, not like as like within the Straw Hats. So amazing. He is amazing. He's tough. Has a pretty cool devil fruit. And well, anyone who blocks a Mihawk punch, a Mihawk not punch. Mihawk's probably never thrown a punch in his life, but like an actual swing from Mihawk, he blocked it. I think he deserves to be bumped up a little bit. You know what? Other than Big Mom, he is the worst parent in One Piece history, without a doubt. Okay, maybe second worst. But Kaido, we've seen enough of him to be amazing. Yeah. At worst, he is in here. But yeah, I love Kaido's awesome. It was an okay. I honestly wasn't a big fan of the Skype flashback. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. It's the Crow guy. We've only seen him like once or twice. Get a curry. See, originally I think I had him like good or something, but like then I finally kind of watched the rest of Whole Cake Island. And yeah, he is epic. He's so awesome, especially when he stabs himself to just kind of keep the fight fair. I like that. Guarantee by the end of the series he'll be in here, and if not, he'll be in here. I like it. I love him, but just haven't seen enough of him to put him in here. I got to know him well enough. I don't want to spoil anything about Wano, but like, you're in for a treat with this guy. And now let's see. I'm gonna bump him up a little bit because the last few chapters of One Piece, he's definitely stepped up. Overall, at first I just found him annoying. He's probably my least favorite of the admirals, but that just goes to show how good the admirals are. Koala? I've only seen her a few times, so I'm just gonna put her in good. But the fact that she's one of the few people in the world that actually has good relations with fishmen, well, at least that we're aware of. There are probably more. But yeah, she's a pretty great character. Well, pretty good character. With a little bit more time in development, great, if not amazing. Kobe. a lot of people don't like Kobe. But for me, while he's still got a little ways to go, he is the most grown character in the series. I mean, seriously, like, I don't think any character has gone through more development than him. It's not that I'm aware of. So, yeah, if this was like the first time we met Kobe, he might be like here tops, but like most likely here. Because I've never hated Toby. A lot of people do. But I don't know. So, yeah, but I think while he's still kind of awkward and stuff, not as confident in himself as he should be, he's definitely grown in strength and he's grown as a person. He's a lot tougher than he used to be. So yeah, I'm gonna put him in okay because we don't know who that is. I don't even know who that is. Well, I know who it is. I can't remember his name though. I'm gonna bump it down because of how abusive she was of Chopper. Otherwise, she'd be great. Kiji, second favorite of the admirals. So he is going amazing too. I still like Fujitora. There's still definitely a gap between how much I like him and how much I like Fujitora. But yeah, they're both amazing. He is a good character. Because even when his own daughter forgot his existence, he still stuck by her and did whatever he could to protect her. So he's definitely a good father. Laboo. Or Laboon. I think it's Laboo. I can't remember. Either way, love animals. So yeah. He's good. So, interesting. I kind of want to see what his devil fruit is. The only thing we've seen him do with it is turn his arms into wings. We've never seen anybody except Marco do that. I almost said Marcus. Yeah, we've never seen anybody but Marco do that. And he has a mythical zone. So I kind of want to see like if he has like some kind of weird mythical zone or something. Maybe a griffin. That'd be cool. Lola? I like Lola. I wish her the best of luck in finding someone. Although she might want to start by just saying, hey, what's up to guys rather than saying, hey, will you marry me? That would probably, you might want to break the ice before proposing. Law. I know this is going to make people mad. A lot of people love Law. But to be honest, if I liked him even the tiniest little bit less, he'd be here. But his cool design and his cool devil fruit saved him. Otherwise, he'd be here. Now, the first time we met him, he'd be all the way up here with these. But the longer the series goes on, the more we see of him, and his dynamic with Luffy, it just doesn't work for me. As well as most people. But I can't get too far into it right now because, like, this has already been going on long enough. We still got a long way to go. I'm not really a big fan of the Tatata tribe. We don't know who. We've seen him once or twice. If he was more interesting, he'd be higher, but like, for now, because Luffy versus Lucci, other than Katakuri, it's a great fight. It's the best fight in One Piece. Rue is good until we see him more. I'm sure he'll be great, if not amazing. Yeah. Like, yeah. Like Magellan. I like Magellan. He's pretty intimidating. And yet still a good person. Just has no mercy for criminals. She's okay. Marco, cannot wait to see him more in one. No, I just spoiled something, didn't I? Sorry. He's okay. Yeah, I'm humming down because he'd be kind of annoying. See, luckily, like I said before, I actually went through this earlier, like a few days ago, and already kind of picked out my top 10. So luckily, I kind of know who's going to be there. Momonga, I like Momonga. He's okay. Momonosuke is improving, but is still bad. He's not worse or die like you. I'm not gonna put a kid in die, but you know, he's not a very good character. Monet, because she's really sexy. Big News Morgan is okay. Find him interesting, you know, especially since I'm studying journalism, but like we barely see him in the fact that like, at first I thought he was like some kind of rare bird minx or something. And he just ate a zoan fruit and he'll just like staying as that. I don't get it. Unless there's like more than one human fruit. He's actually some kind of stork or whatever it is. Yeah, not a big Moria fan. I don't absolutely hate him, so I'm gonna keep him bad. Again, like the LGBT community does not get good representation. Doesn't, and I'm not a social justice warrior, but even I admit that. Das Bones is awesome. He is great, but is he amazing? His fight with Zorro is, so yeah, I'll bump him up to there. As far as non-Stry characters go, he's one of my favorites. It's easy. If it was just from like the Alabasta Saga, he might be in good at most, but like this dynamic with Buggy that we saw in Impel Down and on, yeah, he's pretty great. Nami is. I know I said I wasn't ranking these, but like I'll put her at the top of great. She's not quite amazing in my taste because, well, yeah, you do need someone on the crew to just be like, okay, everybody stop screwing around and get back to what you're doing. And she does that. She's just way too harsh. So yeah, and the fact that she puts money before her friends. Nakamamushi, at least I think that's his name. I don't know. I haven't heard it too many times, and I'm awful with names. So yeah, he is amazing to me. I love this guy. I am not a fan of the Fishman Island arc. I'm just not. I don't hate it, but I'm gonna put him in okay. Some people may like him a lot more than I do, but I'm just not a huge fan. And Hachi, a very underrated character who is, without a doubt, amazing. I like Doris Jr. We got to see more of him. I'm sure he'd be a little more higher up. I like him. Definitely one of the best. But seriously, like, you know, this is like I'm in America. Civil rights has been a huge issue and a huge debate over all these years, which I don't know why. Just like if someone's black, white, gay, or straight, fine. Are they a good person or are they not? If people would just care more about that, things would be a lot different. But anyway, she really preached don't judge others and let there be forgiveness. And that is a lesson that really carries on to the real world because, like, a lot of nations, not just America, but we're a very diverse nation, so we probably have more of it in terms of quantity than most places do, at least as far as I'm concerned. Well, as far as I know. I don't know the economics or situations in other countries, but I do know it's a big deal in this country. I mean, just check any Twitter post within the past 10 years, and you'll know. But yeah, she really preaches what a lot of people need to hear, in my opinion. Granted, I'm a white guy, so it's very controversial for me to say that. But yeah, I really think people need to really take that kind of lesson to heart. Like, she took a celestial dragon, and I hate celestial dragons, and turned him into a decent man. And that's no easy feat. Who's been like fed everything they've ever wanted their entire life, and has this sense of, I'm gonna bump up to great. And Ollie, I love this guy. Pedro, I like Pedro. He's good. I wish we could have seen his Shogun, or however you pronounce that form. That would have been so cool. We got to see Peckham's. So I'm gonna, because he stood up for Pedro, I'm gonna put him in great. I don't love the guy, but Corona, she's good. She is so whiny and childish, and just, I don't know. She can, when she's great, she's great. When she's not, she is so annoying. Because if it wasn't for a little dynamic with Zorro and Miyok and stuff, she would probably be like, maybe right here. Right here at worst, but like, at the worst. But she'd probably be like right here. Because I was just not a fan of her in the Thriller Bark arc, where she loved this one guy, but she would never let him say a word. So annoying. I don't like that guy. The few people in Don Quixote family I do like. His funny voice is absolutely hilarious. Especially since we're kind of like the opposite of each other. I'm like an average sized guy with only like the smallest amount of muscle. Well, he's a huge guy. And he has like the highest pitched voice. Well, I'm no James Earl Jones, but I've got a low voice. So, it's funny and like how opposite we are. And the Mad King. I don't like him. She's okay. Nobody should ever even consider having him any lower than this. The fact that I'm not putting him in the top 10 is shocking to me. But he just barely didn't make the cut. If I was to replace anybody from the top 10, it would be with Rayleigh. Most likely. I know a lot of people absolutely hate Rebecca, though I don't know why. Like, sure, she's not the most useful character in One Piece, but she's not that bad. She can at least fight. Now, granted, I wish she would have a little bit more, but we saw her fight plenty in the Coliseum. That's actually one thing I really liked about her. She didn't kill a single person. At least not by herself. I can't remember if, with her battles, people were in the Coliseum actually getting eaten by those weird combat bullfish, whatever they were. Or if that was just, later in this thing. I don't know. I'm not rewatching Dressrosa. Not until someone edits down that anime. Netflix, save your money on the live action thing and edit the anime. That'll bring in the money. A lot of One Piece fans will appreciate it. I want to put her in amazing, but I'm going to put her in great because of how complicit she was to Sanji's abuse. I get why. By the end of the day, she just stood there and did absolutely nothing. Her father might actually listen to her and say, sure, Sanji's weak, but he doesn't deserve that. So, yeah, the fact that she was just always so complicit with whatever they did with Sanji, even the times that she helped him, is what put her in great. Yeah, overall, I love her, but I don't love her that much. He's okay. He was really gearing up to be one of the better characters. But then it's like final battle didn't really do anything. So yeah, not a huge fan. Robin is on. A lot of people absolutely love Robin, but I and I love her, but as far as Straw Hats as characters go, the only people that lose to her are Frankie and Brooke. So yeah, while I'm starting to like Robin more and more, overall, she's literally the only one I ever forget is a Straw Hat. That's not true. Every once in a while I forget about Brooke, but like he's the newest, so yeah, and Jean Bay, but he's barely a Straw Hat. Like of like the original 6 members, most people think of when they think of the Straw Hats, Robin's the one I always forget about the most. Because she just kind of stays in the background. She's so prominent. I don't know. I don't know. Again, not a social justice warrior, but women do get the short end of the stick in One Piece. Yeah, like, he either goes there or he goes there. There's no other places to put him. Most people would put him higher. And actually, I'm gonna bump him up to good. But here's the thing. Again, I didn't read the manga of Dressrosa, and I'm not going to. But when I was watching it, I skipped over Law's backstory. So maybe that's why Law is a lot lower than he should be. That's definitely why he is lower than he should be. Because from what I've heard, if I would see the thing myself, I'm sure he'd probably be bumped up to here. But like, I just can't because I haven't seen enough of him. That's Zorro. No, that's Ryuma. Yeah, you hardly know anything about him, except that he was a great swordsman. Probably one that could even rival, if not surpass Mihawk, if he were still alive. I really like Sabo. Some people either love him or hate him. So, but yeah, I'm gonna put Sabo in great. I love Sabo. One of the better side characters of Dressrosa. Dressrosa was really hit or miss in terms of side characters. With a lot of misses. A lot of people hate this guy for what he did to Ace. Then again, I wasn't that attached to Ace, so yeah. Just because he's a great villain. Sanji. Sorry, pal. Yeah, just barely missed the cut. That's the guy that Blackbeard stabbed. Definitely one of the best backstory characters, flashback characters. Oh, Goku. I like Goku. I think he's pretty cool. I love his devil fruit. You're pink. His backstory really bumped him up. Because when I first saw him, the first few times I saw him, when we were just gawking over him, probably could have made it all the way down here, to be honest. I hated his design. I still hate his design, but like, it makes more sense to me. Forgettable. Yeah. It's Shaggy. And for one thing, she's in her mid-60s, so she is a lot older than she looks. She must know how to keep take care of herself. And yeah, it's Shanks. Yeah. A lot of people absolutely hate Shirahoshi, and the fact that she will not stop crying is definitely something I hate about her. but she was locked in a room for 10 years while every day a octopus, whatever he was, man, pedophile, threw weapons at her. So, yeah. Which reminds me, why didn't they ever just go after that guy? Like, I'm sure they went after him a few times, but, like, seriously, like, could he be that hard to find? So, yeah. That's the fortune lady. Who's gonna stay in? Okay. I like his brother better, but not that much. This one might be a surprise to most people. But yeah, his dynamic with Luffy is one of my favorites. Not my favorite, because my favorite dynamic is her and Luffy, but like, yeah, like I think he's kind of like a lot of people say like Kobe's, the Garp to Luffy. Kobe's like Garp. Uh, okay, let me get this straight, so I'm kind of tired today. So, like, Kobe is to Luffy what Garp was to Roger. Personally, I don't think that's the case. I think it's similar, but like, well, Garp respected Roger. They weren't friends. Luffy and Kobe are friends. You know, Smoker and Luffy aren't. But while I don't think Smoker respects Luffy that much, he does have a respect for him. And vice versa, but Luffy pretty much respects a lot of people. So that's not really hard to do. Smoothie, I really like her design. So I'm going to bump her up to good. Yeah, thing is, he'd probably be maybe all the way up here. If it weren't for one thing, the fact that he was so abusive to Robin. I mean, seriously, that's the only reason why he's here. And that's how much I hate him. Like, otherwise, he would have been just a hilarious comic relief villain. And one that would have been done pretty well. But yeah, no. His abuse to Robin is what puts him here. He stabbed Whitebeard. Actually, I'm going to put him right here. Nah, I'm going to put him right here. We barely seen her. I honestly cannot even remember her name. Pretty scary devil fruit. I mean, you turn into a toy and then everybody forgets you forever. Like, that's a scary thought. Only because he made that main shot from when he was first introduced. He was literally miles away, and he got bullseyes on all those pigeons or seagulls, whatever they were. The only thing he got wrong was one of them didn't die impact. But yeah, it was so awesome. One of the best introductions of any character, even if the character himself is kind of forgettable. He's okay. What do you got left? He's okay. Cool devil fruit. This one might also surprise people. But I really like Tashigi. I mean, she cracks me up. I respect her, and it's just, I don't know, I think she's a really great character. So yeah, mainly because she's funny. I like her dynamic with Zorro. I'm gonna put him there. I don't think he deserves to be any further, but I'm gonna keep him there. Other than maybe Fisher Tiger, he might be the best, like, flashback character there is. Like, he was the perfect father figure to Frankie and Iceberg. So yeah, I thought he was great. Nah. Hate his devil fruit. Hate him. Just, no. She has a weird devil fruit. Alright, he took down a sweet commander. While if it was just based on his character, I would probably put him here at most, maybe here. But he took down a sweet commander. So yeah, he deserves to be there. We never found out much about the sweet commander he took down, but like I want to see more. I want to see who that was. Probably not going to, but let's see who it was he took down. Here's one of those characters where either you love him or you hate him. Or, yep, the Grand Line Review, you hate him, then you love him. But yeah, Usopp's one of my favorite Straw Hats, without a doubt. He was sending love letters to a... I don't even want to say the age. Like, it's so creepy. I mean, like, he's doing that because he wants to get a hold of her power, not because he actually has feelings for her, but... Or maybe he does. It's creepy as hell. I do not like that guy at all. Thank God he's a fictional character. I just thank God for that. He's really stupid and drunk. What's this guy's name again? Oh, I'm so bad with names. I don't know. I would put him right here, but like the food on his face thing, it's funny, but it's kind of stupid. Viola. She's good. She's got a very interesting devil fruit. It's like observation hockey on steroids. So yeah, she's pretty cool. I put him in okay because of how little we've seen of him, but like anyone who can hold their own with Mihawk deserves to be bumped up. Vivi, here's one that might be the most surprising. That would have worked so much better if my arrow would have actually dragged her to begin with. So yeah, she is one of my top 10 favorite characters. Yeah, I do not like Wobble at all. Forgettable. No. No. Only because he abandoned his kid. Again, I'll let them read you. Do not like any of the Vin smokes. He's okay. He'd be there if he was a little less abusive. Zorro. This should come as absolutely no surprise. Even if you don't watch my channel, which granted my channel's not been going on for that long. Technically it's been in existence for a few years now, but I haven't been posting for very long. But yeah, Zorro. And now Zunusha. Yes, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, for the longest time, people just thought it was like some weird, I don't know, like a corpse or something. Just like something that only relies on instinct, and its only instinct is to move forward. But yeah, and it turns out it has a mind of its own. That was interesting to find out. It was interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And now to rank them. I'm gonna put them from last place to first place. And her place is probably gonna be surprising to most people. So in last place, we have Boa Hancock. If she was nicer to her people, she'd be higher. But her dynamic with Luffy's will put her in the top 10. She's hilarious. And she has grown a little bit as a character. I do think she might be a better person now. But still not a great person. And in ninth place, we have... When I first made this list, it was Shanks, but actually I'm going to put Mihawk right here. Because I find Shanks a little bit... I find him more interesting there. Actually, they're both pretty interesting and mysterious. But Shanks seems like a more fun person to be around. So, okay, so that is ninth place. In eighth place, we have... If only he hadn't annoyed me a little bit. If only he had annoyed me a little bit less when we first knew him. Usopp. I never hated Usopp, but he was kind of a little annoying at first. So yeah, he'd be higher up if I never found him annoying at all. Because he is definitely the funniest character on the show. And now in seventh place, we have Smoker. I clicked on the wrong person. So yeah, seventh place. And in sixth place, we have Shanks. I know, Vivi above Shanks. What's wrong with me? Blah, blah, blah. I love Vivi. And, so yeah. Top 5. Who's in 5th place? That is Chopper. And now number 4. Who's number 4? Vivi. Yes, that's right, everybody. I know some of you people out there find her annoying. Some of you might be like, I love her, but why is she in the top 10? Because I love her that much. So yeah. And well, third one, probably shouldn't be too much of a surprise. It is Whitebeard. Went a little too far. But anyway. Ooh, top 2. Is it where it's supposed to be or nope? I hate that it does that. It just like doesn't let me put people in front of it when they're like right at the edge. And that's just like, it's so annoying. So yeah, there's my top 10. Again, these are not in any particular order. They're just who I think are amazing, great, what and what not. But yeah, the top 10, these are my top 10 characters. They might kind of go back and forth from time to time. Like perhaps like, I don't know, sometimes when Hancock's really funny, she'll get a little higher up. Sometimes when... The only time I've ever really not liked Vivi was when she told Luffy that he's not fit to be the captain because he got mad at somebody shooting her. I didn't like that, but other than that, I've always loved her. Well, once she started to grow as a character. I didn't like her as Miss Wednesday, okay. And he is literally what any father should be. You know, these two are these guys. There's nothing more to be said. They could go either way for me, especially like in the New World era where Luffy's kind of there's more attention to Luffy and Zorro gets kind of sidelined. So I was a little hesitant to put Zorro at number 1, but the guy has 3-source style. Like, you never see that anywhere. So, yeah. He is so cool. And, well, Chopper, he's hilarious and adorable. What he said, but anyway, so yeah. That is my ranking of all the main One Piece characters. And these are the ones that I truly hate. These are the ones I completely despise. So, yeah. So many cool characters, but so many non-cool characters too. And so many alright characters. But anyway, so that is my video. Please, hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. You know, we kind of They kind of grow my channel a little bit. Much would be obliged. So, yeah. Have a good one, everybody. That one's a little bit better than my usual outro.